Hey, good morning, everyone. My name is Chris-Beth Cowie, and I'm the founder of Empowered Facts and the host of BizGrams. I have the privilege of bringing to you dynamic entrepreneurs who are doing amazing things to transform their community. And today I have Kerry Wilson with us today, a behavioral management consultant who is serving the community in a powerful way. Good morning, Kerry. How are you doing today?
Good morning. I'm just going to give you one quick correction. It's Kerry Wilson.
Wilson, sorry. Yes.
But that's okay. That's okay. It starts with a W. But
Hey,
yes,
my
good morning.
apologies.
For having me. That's totally fine. Thank you for having me, and I really appreciate the forum and the platform that you put out there for entrepreneurs.
Hey, thank you so much. Carrie, tell us a little bit about your entrepreneurial journey. What got you to this place of being a consultant?
Well, I definitely, I wish I got into this earlier on in life, and I was, but I was kind of thrown into it in a sense, because my journey started on trials and tribulations and figuring out a way to, shine from there. So, what had happened was I was working in a nonprofit for majority of my life. So I've been doing this for over 20 years. As a child and youth worker, that's my background. And I was in a nonprofit organization for over 10 years. And unfortunate events happened, and I wasn't there anymore. And on top of that happening, I was also going through some medical challenges with what I have twin boys, as I was telling your your person, and one of them had some medical challenges. So from birth, but we were trying to figure out what exactly the medical challenges. So on top of me dealing with the stressors of work, of having to be not in this agency anymore that I pretty much like built, with my sweat, blood, sweat, and tears, and leaving in a not so pleasant way, and dealing with my son's health issues, I ended up out of a job and then having to be focused and diagnosed, and then my son being diagnosed with a disability, and a disability that also just as didn't they didn't know much about it because it's a rare form of multiple sclerosis, of muscular dystrophy. So they didn't know much about it, so it was kind of left there to kind of like figure it out for yourself, kind of thing. So of course I went through a depression, I went through all of that, and also unfortunately I think what we do when we are in a working environment is that we associate ourselves, like all of who we are, with the job, not with the job title, with the job, the performance, the people, but we forget that we are those things whether we're in a job or not. We have all those qualities and those skills there. That's why we were a phenomenon in the job. So I had to come back to that. So I had to have an awakening, and I had to, decide that, what, why am I doing this? Why am I going to keep looking for jobs when I know I am good at what I do? I have all these skills and resources to give. Why don't I just do it for myself? So to sum up the long story, I decided, in order to support my son, where I didn't have to be at a job and then getting a worker to come in and help him his needs, that I would be a stay-at-home mom and also do a business and do the business that I love, because I can only work hard and dedicate when I'm passionate about something. I've realized that in my life. And because I'm passionate about this, I knew that this was the right course to go to. So it's taken me a while. I registered my business in, I think, 5 years ago, but it's only picked up during this year, during the pandemic. And so it's a catch 22 with the pandemic. Really has pushed me because the kids are home and all the focus is in the home in a sense. So I was able to dedicate more of my focus to my business. So this is where we're at today, is dedicating my focus to my business.
Hey, that is so powerful and an amazing story. And I think you nailed it on the like hit it on the head, in the sense where you in your job, you're building your career, you went into that because you love the work and you developed all of these skill sets and resources along the way. And being able to understand that it's not because of them, it's in you and transferable, right? And so when you're looking for that place to shift and do something for yourself where you can support your family and yourself, entrepreneurship showed up, and congratulations to you on your journey.
Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about your consulting agency. Like who are your ideal clients, and what is it like working with you, in terms of the types of support and solutions that you offer?
Well, I'm a jack of all trades. I have many hats that I've worn over the years, and that's what I'm implementing. And I know people say you have to choose one and, fine tune it, but because of the field that I'm in, you have to fine tune all of those skills. So it's not one. I can't really just tunnel vision on one. I had to fine tune all of them because you're working with people and you're working with different characteristics and different temperaments and different cultures and different everything. So you have to be a multi wearing hat. So my business is called Stop, Evaluate, Reassess, and Follow Through. And I always say that I'm not creative, but I realize that I am creative, and I have times where it has to mean something to me in order for me to create, in order for me to put my passion and my all in this. So it took me a while to figure out what I wanted the business to focus on. And I chose those acronyms because they are it just flowed into what I would be doing. So what I do is support families and immigrant. My focus is going to be is immigrant families coming from the islands because I'm Black focused, and Black families, children dealing with the children having difficulties. So between the ages of 12 to, I would say, 25. I can do adults as well, but my focus is children and youth. But definitely adults is also uh, a welcome bonus to this field and what I do. So it is a personalized, individualized, holistic approach. So I take the individual. I don't cookie cut anything. Everything is geared to the client. So whether it be you asking me to do a life skills presentation, which I've been doing over the pandemic. I've done some on parenting. I've also done some on life skills on how to deal with the traumas that are going on today with all the Black Lives Matters and stuff like that. How do we talk to our kids about that? So whatever life skills you want me to present or you want me to focus on, I will gear it to you, to what group that and that goes for the individual that I'm working with, the family that I'm working with, or the agency that I'm working with. So yeah, and I also focus. I do uh, school advocacy. So I have 4 boys, and they have all been through the school system, and they've all in different ways needed the supports that I had to cultivate for them. I had to make sure that our Black boys were safe and they were protected and they were guided through their process, because you have to know the ins and out, use their language to not against them, but use their language to help them to do what they are there to do. And you have to, and it's a maneuvering skill that I've learned. So I put that in there as well. I also put where if you're having difficulties in agencies engaging with youth, that is one of my strong skills. I am a youth guru, a youth whisperer.
I
If
love
you want
it.
to, if you want to call it that, I'm a youth whisperer. So I I I form relationships very easily. I also help youth and children and families be successful in their goals and achieving those goals. And I offer aftercare. So it's a lot of things. I have a website now, so you can go on there and you can look at it. And I've only put up like 3 main things. And I also do speaking panels as well. On panels, I've done a lot of children's mental health panels throughout the pandemic. I've also been doing my own series on my own platform. My first series was just celebrating Black women in business, entrepreneur and their successes. And my second talk, which was just last month, was uh, recognizing Black men and their relationships and their fatherhood, and just celebrating, because I don't think that we get enough recognition in life. We get it in death and funerals, but we don't get to receive it then, So I love that phrase, give them their flowers in life. And so I have dedicated some series on my own platform to doing that. So yeah, I'm wearing different hats in that too, because that was also a new figuring out all that those dynamics and doing that, interviewing people, and I'm a natural talker, as you can see. So it kind of just fell into place where I did this on my own platform, and I mean it was phenomenal. The men's group, the if you guys have a chance to go check it out on my Facebook, it's there. You can rewatch it. It's 2 hours, but it's worth the 2 hours. They dropped some gems, and so did the women also as well. And my next panel, which is probably going to be in June, is going to be you.